Crazy thing they with me. Yeah. Crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, show you gon' see. Yeah. God power from my head and my feet. Yeah. This colossal. What I say is gospel. I cook this with love. They gon' eat it up and swallow me. I'm from the ghetto, babe. Seen bodies in the streets before I could tweet. I came from nothing. I turned a mustard seed into $1 million. In the discussion, had a TED talk with the higher me. Show me how to run it up. I need all my cheese. Every day that I wake up, I'm pinching myself. Can't believe that I'm really me. Popping shows in New Zealand, boy, you is not eating, man. We do not play in the same league. I gave my mama some racks and she asked me if I'm selling. I said, mama, please. If I was, do you think I'd let you know? Got so many memories that I made on Cascade Road. This is God-given, so I thank her as I go. This gon' sound conceited, but I know. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Yeah, God power from my head to my feet. Yeah, run up on me, maybe so you gon' see. I did not chase, I just attract. What you put in, you get back. I'm screaming Campbell, then still hit the dancing and wherever I'm at. Feel like a champion, mamba mentality. I am the masterpiece, life is the craft. Deep love me and I can't resist it, but I'm only guilty of slipping too fast. Life is by legacy, what lies ahead of me, helping to get peace with this past. Little bitty regular that I pack, 007 before you react. Don't think twice, my only advice for my granddad before he passed. Look to the stars, look at the sky at night. Tell me that heaven ain't black on everything I love. Try not to brag till you bring it up. Tunnel vision, block opinions, and I could give but think of us. Duck, jab, hook, send it through the roof with an uppercut. Tell the truth, shut the devil up. In the booth, I'm untouchable. Crazy thing they with me. Yeah, crazy thing they with me. Run up on me, baby, so you gon' see. Yeah, God power from my head and my feet.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it takes me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause go ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Little tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enemy.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Into the air right away is Allen. That's It's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To the air, Allen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Allen now on 1st down. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss.
Alert, alert, alert!
Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Our game here, really a dream matchup for folks who like good quarterback play, and really who doesn't like good quarterback play. I mean, you got the 2-time reigning MVP against a guy who many think could be holding that trophy in the very near future. Rodgers and Allen have faced off one time before, and it was the Packers who shut out the Bills that day 22-0. That was just Allen's 3rd NFL start.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And it'll be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes our job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Hey, 26!
Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Bills are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Bills at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Alert! Run! Middle!
Allen now looks to throw. And that is incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little bit, didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Box it. 26.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And complete once again to Watson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. keep on the ground with Jones. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Rodgers. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 1st down, Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. And the Packers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Over here.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Completes it again to Dobbs. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. The 40. 20. 10. 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken from about the 12. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd down, Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time, The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Rodgers to throw once more. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, the first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. They seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And
it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Allen. And this is caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just had it. Jones hit, and the ball's out. And the Bills have recovered.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
Well, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more.
He's got a man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Rodgers now to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
26.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got to hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 37. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
And some space here.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown.
Christian Watson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it 24-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And the ball is knocked out, and the Packers pick it up. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Man open. Here is Crowder.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing now is Allen.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From the 10. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. So after the INT, it's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Eric Stokes.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Fielded just outside the goal line. Rodgers on the return.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for the Bills, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.